So we've invited Christi Erpillo, member of Fernie's Funnel Cake Legacy in Texas. Did you know that there was a funnel cake legacy?
If there's going to be a legacy, it's in Texas, that's for sure.
Welcome, Christi. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. This is exciting.
Well, this is exciting. My family has a love for funnel cakes, but not like your family. And how did your family get into this funnel cake business?
You know, it's a crazy story, but 50 years ago, my parents started working at the fair for their friends that had a concession. They just wanted to make some extra money to go to Las Vegas.
Sure.
For a trip.
Yeah,
okay.
Like you do.
Yeah, and 50 years later, we're still out there.
That's awesome. It must be good money in funnel cakes.
Oh, well, there is good money. I was sitting there yesterday thinking about, I think we sold about 50,000 funnel cakes
Wow.
last year in 24 days. And that's crazy. And that's just 2 of our 5 stands sell funnel cakes.
That's amazing. Okay, so the recipes, the process for making funnel cake.
Before we go there, does everybody know what a funnel cake is? I feel like everyone should know, but maybe describe what a funnel cake is before. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just realized that there may be some people that are like, is that?
I'm just going down that funnel cake hole.
You know, I think they do call them different things in different areas. I think some places call them, and they're not exactly the same thing, but they're very similar. And they call them elephant ears or some fry bread or something like that. But basically, it is funnel cake batter that is poured through a funnel into a ring, into the hot oil, and then fried up and coated with powdered sugar.
Oh, so good.
I like to call that heaven dust. But.
I know.
I like that. I may have to steal that for one of my recipes.
Well, listen.
You can have it.
Just put trademarked Richie at the bottom. It's fine. I give you all rights. I need no money. Just need the name on the moniker.
You know,
that.
In the 50 years of you making funnel cakes, has the recipe or the process changed at all?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We actually buy a funnel cake mix.
Oh.
And all we do is simply add water.
Oh.
But we are very particular about our funnel cake mix.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we're very particular about our water.
Well, we are too down here in Dallas.
Okay. Go on. I love this.
And we have one gentleman that's all he does all day long is stand at a huge floor mixer and make funnel cake batter.
Really?
And that's it. Because we are going through batters all day long. Sometimes we're literally making it a bucket at a time because we're running out of it that fast.
So where can I buy this mix?
Well, I'm going to give this company a little plug. There's one brand that we prefer, and you would not even think that there is that much difference in funnel cake mixes.
Right.
But there truly is.
Huh.
Some people have too much egg in them.
Oh, yeah, those are amateurs. That's what we call those people.
Exactly.
Yep.
And they don't make pretty funnel cakes, and they're too hard, and they're too wide.
Ugh.
And we have had to use some of those other funnel cake mixes when our supplier is out, and I'm not happy with it at all.
Yeah.
You can actually get funnel cake mix in the grocery stores and online. There's a lot of different places. And who knows, before too long, you may just be seeing some Fernie funnel cake mix out there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm leaned in on this. Now let me ask you, because it we've been talking about funnel cakes, and certainly that is your specialty. But you have the opportunity to be at state fairs and have seen lots of carnival or state fair foods come and go. What have been some of your favorites? Obviously it's a funnel cake, but let's find a good second or third.
Well, some of my seconds or thirds are going to be the ones that we created, the ones that we came up with. There's something in the State Fair, Texas, called the Big Tex Choice Awards, and that's where the concessionaires all submit recipes, and there's usually about 60 recipes, and then a State Fair board, a bunch of different people, the secret board, we don't know who they are.
Oh.
They narrow it down to about 30, and then these secret people taste those 30 and narrow it down to about 10, 8 to 10. and that is the Big Tex Choice Awards, and it's crazy. It's so much fun. And
it sounds like fun.
We have been in the Big Tex Choice Awards 16 times in 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, there was 3 years that we were in it. We had 2 items in it.
Oh, wow.
1 year we weren't eligible because the Girl Scouts asked us to fry a Samoa for their 100th birthday, so we didn't get to enter that year.
Oh.
But we won for deep fried peaches and cream in 2009, and that's the year that Oprah came to the fair. So we were on Oprah with the peaches and cream.
Oh, yeah.
How do you deep fry peaches and cream?
Well, you get a frozen peach.
Okay.
We tried every different kind of peach that we could do, but the frozen seemed to work better. Defrost them. And then we would sprinkle them with brown sugar, dip them in a tempura batter that had brown sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg in it. And then we dipped them in panko breadcrumbs and graham cracker crumbs and more spices, and then deep fried it.
Okay, that's how you do it.
And that year we sold 4 tons, 8,000 pounds of peach slices.
Wow.
So every year, it's just essentially a challenge. You got your staples like the funnel cake. And by the way, we're visiting with Christi Erpillo about carnival foods, making them at home, the creation of things, funnel cakes, everything delicious. I swear, my mouth, can you hear it?
No, I know.
My mouth
I
is
just
watering
want you
right
to
now.
describe more recipes.
But so you come up with these things every year.
Yeah.
Let's highlight some of these other things. So we had deep fried peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
What else?
Well, one that we did not win for in 2008, and this is something anybody could do at home, was our fried grilled cheese sandwich.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what we did there was 2 pieces of white bread, 1 slice of cheddar, 1 slice of American, dip it in a little bit of egg product, pasteurized product, in milk, kind of squeeze out the excess, and then coat it in panko and deep fry it. And then we served it with tomato soup to dip it in.
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds heavenly.
Can
in
I-
Nebraska, we called it a cheese Frenchie.
Well, that's basically exactly what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and those are divine. I haven't had one forever. Know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
You could do it very easily.
I do want to ask you this, though, because frying things makes it taste better. Is there a key to the how you fry things? Like the kind of oil, or if you freeze it ahead of time, or you know what I mean?
That all has to be taken into consideration. Exactly. We use peanut oil just because it's fresher, it has a higher burn rate, and those fryers are going all day long.
Yeah.
And you don't have, they say you don't have to change your oil out if you use peanut oil, but we do anyway, because I do not want anything to have that kind of funky, oily taste.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And then it just depends. If you, even with funnel cakes, if we're making a funnel cake, it depends on the weather. If it's too hot, the batter's going to get too thin and just go straight through that funnel.
Oh.
It's crazy. Whoever knew that there was a science to making a funnel cake. Everybody thinks they can do it, but there really is a talent to it. And my youngest sister, Jonna, absolutely makes the best.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, good to know.
No sibling rivalry there. I know what her talent is, and she makes the best.
She just has the touch.
So since we're sharing, foods that we've tried at the fair, I have to tell you about this, just because, Christi, I really am. My mouth is watering. I have to kind of swallow it back a little bit. This was probably 5 years ago, and I don't remember what they called it, but it was 2 pieces of Texas toast, and then you got your ham, and then you got your cheddar cheese, right? So it's essentially like
it's called a ham cheese sandwich.
Yeah, ham and cheese sandwich. But wait for it.
Okay.
A big scoop of macaroni and cheese, other piece of bread.
What?
Dipped it like your Frenchie, in the egg and all that, and then deep fried it. It was the most insane sandwich I've ever had in my entire life.
That's what I want.
I think it was like 7,000 calories, but I didn't have to eat the rest of the week, so I was grateful for that.
It sounds amazing.
Christi Erpillo is part of Fernie's Funnel Cakes Dynasty down there in Texas, and you can connect with them on Facebook at Fernie's Funnel Cakes.